From the moment I awakened, I could sense the sea's turmoil and the distant cries of Ramiro, the last city of humankind. My name is Raphael, the sea god, though once, even I doubted the weight of that. For centuries, I was sealed in the deep, shackled by ancient runes, the world above forgetting me, faith in my divinity replaced by fear and resentment. When the lunar eclipse approached, the city was on the verge of annihilation, prophecy echoing through abandoned temples. At the end of the third night, Ramiro would be swallowed by the sea. Yet I was not the only one suffering. The so-called bride of the sea god, a human girl once beloved by Ramiro, became a scapegoat, imprisoned in a tower by Hawkern, the Castellan corrupted by power and fear. The people's faith had become brittle. Their prayers turned to accusations. Even she, bound to me by fate, questioned if my existence was just a cruel illusion. Still, I reached out to her in dreams and sea breezes, sowing seeds of hope and rebellion in her despair. When she dared to perform the forbidden hymn at the eclipse, risking her life, I felt her voice reach me through the currents. She awakened me. I revealed myself, half man, half sea, chained and weakened. I asked her for help. In return, I offered her a dangerous pact. Together, we could challenge fate, but only by forging a true Lemurian covenant, one of soul and heart. I sensed her suspicion, yet beneath it burned courage. She accepted, and our souls intertwined by ancient ritual, rewriting the prophecy's path. Together, we faced the city's hatred and Hawkern's manipulations. I granted her vengeance against those who wronged her, but she hesitated. Revenge did not heal old wounds. Hawkern, ever scheming, was left to the mercy of his own desperation, his curses and threats powerless before my divinity. In those moments, I realized how much I had changed. Once, I might have drowned the city in anger. Now, I saw the emptiness in worship based on fear or self-interest. Restoring my power required more than rituals. The tome of the sea god whispered that only true love could restore the sea god and save Ramiro. The irony was not lost on me. A god dependent on a mortal's heart. I watched her struggle, with memories, with pain, with the city's demands. To help her, I offered gifts and memories. A seashell necklace that bound us, a staff that carried her name in Lemurian script. As her wound from the ritual began to change her, making her half Lemurian, more attuned to the sea and less to the land, I tended her, both guardian and would-be lover. We journeyed together into the deep, into the tomb of the sea gods, where I confronted the memories and legacies of my divine ancestors. Trials awaited us, not just battles, but revelations. We faced illusions, past regrets, and the reality of what it meant to bind one's soul to another. Together we overcame these trials. Our covenant was sealed. I reclaimed my power, but she paid the price, forever marked by the sea. As Ramiro was threatened anew by storms and rising tides, I calmed the waters with my restored power, appearing as both savior and reminder of the god's price. The people's reverence returned, now tinged with fear and awe. My bride, now ruler of Ramiro, presided over their rituals, but her heart remained wary, neither truly of the people nor wholly of the sea. In the solitude of the temple, I watched her wrestle with her new identity. a bridge between worlds, never truly belonging to either. I offered her freedom, told her not to accept any title forced upon her. Yet love, that mysterious force, grew in the small moments. In pain shared, music played, the warmth of a touch, the vulnerability of sleep. Now I see that to be a god is not merely to rule or punish, but to choose, to change, to love, and to lose. I was once worshipped, then forgotten, then revived not by faith, but by the stubborn heart of one mortal girl. Through her, I remembered who I was. Not a symbol, not a prophecy, but Raphael, capable of love, capable of sorrow, capable of letting go. As the sea's tides ebb and flow, so does destiny. I do not know if I will be remembered as a savior or a curse. But in the end, it was not prophecy or vengeance that saved Ramiro, but the willingness of two souls, mine and hers, to reach beyond fate, beyond pain, and to embrace something neither God nor mortal can fully understand: love.